what does the blue line mean to you?
I guess it's just a kind of a symbolic, iconic image of a patriotic image of our flag, but also it kind of embodies the brotherhood and sisterhood of police in general.
Hey, Two Arms fam, just wanted to introduce you to Mopar, better known as Momo. For those of you who follow along, this little guy is typically right outside my door, mew mew, and you'll hear that in the background occasionally when I'm doing narrations. Momo was about 5 ounces when we got him and on death's doorstep. He's kind of our miracle kitty. We didn't know if he was going to make it or not. He literally could hide in my t-shirt pocket. Oh, and he's a very lovey kitty. He purrs a lot, and for some reason, he doesn't like it when I come in here and shut the door. So I just wanted to show everybody and introduce you to the Momo, in case you're wondering why you keep hearing mew, mew, mew every time I'm in here doing narrations. Anyways, Momo, tell them, stay safe out there, folks. Have a good one.
Hi everyone, I'm your best friend, back in town again.
Hey, Two Arms fam, got some great content for you today, coming at you again. We always show the good, the bad, and the ugly, not just one side of the story or the other. I would absolutely and greatly love to have the best content in the world that just goes as far as it can. Of course, who doesn't want to have the greatest content? But we don't need things to go sideways, folks. Again, the good, the bad, and the ugly, education, not instigation. Minot, North Dakota, visited the post office and police department. We also visited the DMV, but that's a whole nother video. Those of you who are following along, you'll see that other video. I would love to get together with you at the end again, so stick around to the end, check it out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you at the end, and let's see what happens. Hey, Two Arms fam, here we are in Minot, North Dakota. It's somewhere floating around 0 degrees today. Maybe a little more, a little less. Hence the face mask gets a bit cold. We're going to visit the post office here today and see if they respect our rights and let us come in and buy our stamp. We're going to take a look around for poster 7. Of course, we always look for that. But again, it is pretty cold out here today, folks, so we're going to get inside pretty quick. I don't know. Maybe we'll ask inside and see if somebody can tell us. And it's just a little one, but it is at half mast. And I'm not sure why, but we can certainly ask. It's cold out there. Don't see any signs right off the bat. Hey, check this out. They got the old ones that used to be the combination locks. That's pretty cool. Any signs over here today? No, none in here. But I always do love seeing these older ones. I love seeing that. And we learned that those used to be combination locks, and that's why they went that way and became keyed. And look here, right out of the gate. Not bad. We do have the signs out. Photography for news, advertising, or commercial purposes. Ta-da! Almost like we knew what we were doing, huh? And here is some of the larger boxes. Not an exit. I wasn't thinking it was. Well, that's cool. "1943. That was a cool video game. And I don't know what the pink tags are for. Pretty cool, but we had poster 7 right up front. Let's take a look at make our space safe. Oh, that's old stuff from COVID. No smoking. Protect yourself from Social Security scams. Equal employment opportunity. Medicaid or CHIP. Pretty cool. And if anybody wanted to know, feel free to pause on that. How you doing?
Pretty good.
And typical stuff for mailing. Pretty typical. Hey, a scale if you needed to know how much your package weighs. Interesting. Holiday joy starts here. This office will be closed Wednesday. U.S. Postal Service window, hour 5:30. Let's check it out.
A few moments later.
Hi. Do you guys happen to have the horse stamps, the books of horse stamps?
No, we do not. We are out.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I have looked all over and I just can't find them.
Your best bet is to go online to USPS.com, and that links you right into Kansas, and you can order them right from them.
Awesome.
That's the best way to do it.
And I will look into that. I need 2 stamps for today, and I had a curiosity question. I noticed that Old Glory's flying at half mast, and I don't know why.
Carter passed away, President Carter.
Oh, okay.
So it will be at half staff.
Well, I knew
30 days.
And I knew what it meant. I just didn't know this particular day. I didn't know that.
It will be for 30 days.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's actually something new. I need 2 stamps.
So yours,
Just 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Your zip code is 587.3.
Well, I bought the book of horses from you. I've been looking all over for those.
Those were pretty quick.
Well, I wanted to
in
get
and
them for my wife. She loves horses.
All right, $1.46.
There you go.
Like carbon 2,
Thank you.
so 212.
And I would like a receipt with that too,
Yep.
please.
It will come.
Well, nowadays everything's electronic, so I make sure I ask for receipts because, half the time
54.
a lot of places don't even print them anymore. So they ask you if you want it emailed or texted or whatever.
If you don't put that on there, then they don't know which one.
Alrighty, there you are. Thank you very much. Have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
ma'am. You too. Have a wonderful day. So, Two Arms fam, it looks like Minot, North Dakota definitely gets an A today. They did fantastic. Didn't even notice the camera. Not an issue to be had, but that's what we want to see. We don't just want things to get sideways, like I always say. Education, not instigation. We're not looking for a problem. And we love it when we see these passing grades. It means what we're doing is working, folks. Anyways, it is, again, floating around 0 degrees out there. Might be a little negative, so that's why I'm doing the outro inside as opposed to at the car outside the way I usually do. But again, as for Minot, North Dakota, we definitely got an A. And you folks definitely enjoy your day and stay safe out there.
Chief, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
All right, Two Arms fam, we are definitely below 0 at this point. We're still here in Minot, North Dakota for today. And we're going to stop by the police station here real quick and hopefully it'll be a quick visit that they know to respect our rights. I mean, it is the police station. They should know our constitutional rights. And who knows, maybe if someone has a conversation with me, I might want to ask them if they can go over and educate the folks at the DMV about our rights in public and not to be weaponizing our rights against us to divide we the people. But, you know, let's see how it goes. I don't see Old Glory flying anywhere here. I don't see Old Glory. Because you know, folks, we love Old Glory. We always look for our flag flying. I don't see it right now, though. Maybe we'll see it before we're done here. How you doing?
How you doing, sir? Can I help you?
No, I was just going to check the place out.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And we will check out all the signage that we have out here. Lobby is closed. Public access is limited. Okay, so they've limited people to the public access to this room. But we don't have any unconstitutional signs in here. Never forget, though, they're watching us. And I'll bet we have several. But it does look like it might be after hours. It is trying to see what time it is. Give me a second here, folks. It is 5:35, so maybe they have hours. I'm not sure. I don't see a sign here that tells me anything about it. Minot Police Department expansion and renovation. So 5. Okay. Municipal court. But they sure do make it handy for you to give them your money, huh? Fines. What is this? Sorry, folks, give me just a second. I'm just going to take a look at this. There's a stack of envelopes here. And it looks like, okay, looks like the envelopes for you to give them money. Minot Police Department alarm permit and false alarm payment box. To permit will be, okay, and we're going to check out all the signage that we have available here. But it does look like they pretty much limited the public access to this little corner unless you push the button for service. We will visit here again, though, to see if that's just because of a matter of, oh yeah, and another reminder, they're always watching us. They definitely have cameras on us. But we'll come back another time to see if they're actually, you know, kind of cutting off the public from going into that public area. Because that's obviously, there's benches, there's vending machines. That is a public space. But it could be, in all fairness, folks, it could be just because it's after hours. I am here a little late. So we'll come back and we'll visit another time and see if it is just because of the time that the office is closed or if they are limiting the public to this confined little space at all times. We'll come back during business hours and check that out and see exactly, how that goes. Well, we might stop and check out a few of the cop cars out here. Police cars, not trying to say it wrong. But we might stop and check out a couple of cruisers on our way out, and who knows, but it is like negative something out there, so probably not going to hang around outside too long. Sorry for the spin there, folks. And so I guess we'll come back another day at another time, check out what's going on. But in the time being, let's take a look at some of our cruisers here. And oh, this one says supervisor. Oh, that's cool. So if you were on a stop somewhere or something and you needed to identify it, you know who the supervisor is because it's clearly marked on their car. That's actually a pretty awesome idea. Because I've seen in a lot of videos where someone's having an encounter and they keep asking as other officers show up, you know, is that supervisor, is that supervisor? Well, you know exactly who it is when they show up here. They have it marked on the car, and that's pretty cool. Not bad. How are you? Hey, I like that you guys have supervisor marked on your fender there.
Yeah,
I
I need to clean it so people can actually see that in the number, you know, but...
Yeah, well, I was just commenting on my video here that I've seen a lot of other videos where, like, when there's multiple officers showing up on a scene, someone will be asking, you know, is that the supervisor, is that the supervisor?
Oh, sure.
And instead of having to ask, you guys have it clearly marked. That's cool.
Well, that, you know, so like when we show up, that people know that they ask for a supervisor, we show up, boom, there's your supervisor. And we have insignia and this and that, but sometimes people don't know, or we have jackets on or whatever.
Well, not everybody knows what the chevrons mean.
Yeah, that too. We used to actually have the numbers were in blue, and I don't know if they're going to replace the supervisor with a kind of light silver or white.
Yeah.
Because the blue, you can't see the numbers. So if you need to, someone's going to call and say, hey, your officer ran the red light there. It's like, we need to know that stuff because, like, we're humans, we make mistakes. And if it's happening more than once, like, we need to address that with the officer. But they said it was a black car. It's like, well, the highway patrol have black cars.
Right. So you don't know for sure who you're talking about.
Yeah. So they switched that up so that it's easier to be.
And I want to give you mine out in general another good compliment. And I want to show this. We have a straight up American flag. I love seeing Old Glory. Everywhere we go, my content, my viewers, we always look for Old Glory when we show up. As a matter of fact, when I showed up here, I was looking around and I was like, where is Old Glory? I thought Old Glory flies on every government property. You know what I mean?
We have two. So.
Do you? I didn't see them. Where are they?
That one they might have taken down because I think they're fixing it because it was kind of rickety.
We are half-mast this month.
It's not doing its justice because it wasn't very reputable. But we did have one right here. It's in our main loop, just right over here. And it should be at half staff. So that one should be up and it should be at half.
You know, honestly, I just learned today why it was at half-mast because when I showed up at the post office, I wasn't sure why, and then the lady that served me in the post office said that it was because of President Carter passing, and that you guys do that in government facilities for 30 days. I didn't know that. That was something I didn't know. That was kind of cool to learn.
Yeah, I didn't know. Well, I figured out once I got to work why, but it's so very cool.
But I like your guys' cars and the way they're marked. I got to tell you, that's the first time, and I've watched a lot of videos, a lot of content. And that's the first time I've ever seen supervisor marked on the car, and man, that really does save a lot of time. And that's the guy I'm looking for if I need help.
Yeah, the numbers so they're more transparent and you can actually see them. I mean, my car needs to go.
Man, you guys got nice, slick, narrow lights on top. They probably don't whistle as much.
They don't whistle as much. They're thinner. Everything's smaller, lighter, thinner,
and brighter.
LEDs,
it's funny because that's like 1/10 the size they were in like the 90s, but yet they're 10 times brighter. It's amazing the way the technology gets us where we are today. I like it. But anyways, I just looked around. One last question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
The small area for the public here I walked into, is that always locked into that one little area, or is that just because it's after hours?
Yeah, no, actually, generally the lobby is locked. It's staffed during business hours, so like 8 to 4:30, it's staffed. You get buzzed in, they ask what you need, records, you need to speak to an officer or whatever, you're here for a detective or an interview or whatever. Then they buzz you in, you're sitting here.
Yeah, because I noticed the benches and vending machines and whatnot in there.
Pre-COVID, during business hours, it was always open. Yeah. And then at 4:30, get locked until 8. Just because we're in and out, the desk might not always be staffed with a shift commander. So it's just we never went back to keeping it unlocked during the day.
But obviously, if I came here during business hours, I would be allowed to come in here and take a look at the public area.
Yeah, absolutely. And
obviously nowhere that's restricted. Just public areas.
And there wouldn't be a lot of restricted areas. I mean, there's some evidence processing, storage rooms, stuff like that. You wouldn't be able to go in there and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course.
But too, I mean, we also give out tours of our department and stuff like that. So if you're ever curious or something like that, I mean, we are your police department. Like, it's your tax dollars if you live here, assuming, I guess, like this is your building and we're your police department. So you'd reach out to one of the administrative captains or something like that.
So based on your chevrons, you're a sergeant, right?
I'm a sergeant, yes, sir.
Noise, is that how you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I didn't know if I was saying that right or not. I was reading, I was like, it reads like it would be noise. Hey, we're going to make some noise. Come on, I'm sure you've heard lots of those jokes.
I've heard them all. So, yep.
I'm not that clever with jokes. I can't get the good ones out.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, not today, of course, but if you ever wanted to have a tour of the department, just ask. Like, we'll set it up so that we can schedule it so we can get you in, and no conflicts with manpower and stuff like that. Mainly the manpower stuff. And so, but yeah, if you were interested in doing something like that, ride-alongs, like that's the best way to get kind of a view of what we're doing and how your tax dollars are being spent, and kind of what we do on every given day. So. Those are also some things you could do as well. So,
well, as far as my encounter today, I mean, even when I was walking up to the door, one of the officers asked, hey, do you need any help? It was polite, though. I said no. He's like, okay. I mean, that's an A. What a great thing to do. Just, just part of the public, hanging out, and everybody's been friendly. The only question I had was about that. But and also compliments for marking the supervisor and a regular American flag.
Yeah,
well, because people do the blue line flag. And I ask this question commonly when I run into officers. What does the blue line mean to you?
I guess it's just a kind of a symbolic, iconic image of a patriotic image of our flag, but also it kind of embodies the brotherhood and sisterhood of police in general. So there's a special bond that's made through police that can be difficult to understand for someone who's not in policing or hasn't served in the military, where you have that really unique bond. We've gotten into situations that are very, the common person generally doesn't maybe experiences one critical incident in their whole life, maybe a few, a bad car accident they come across, or maybe they're working at the bank and their bank got robbed or something like that. Really, really critical things. Police officers endure those daily and weekly. Critical incidents where people are injured or fatal car crashes, shootings, all sorts of that stuff. So I mean that camaraderie that's made with going into those unique situations is very special. It's unique. It's I don't know where it started. I guess. Well, so that's kind of what that is. I guess, but we go with our American flag. But
I grew up as a child with people I love wearing that shield, okay? And the original intention of the blue line, whether it was on the flag or not, the original intention of the blue line, as I knew it, meant that police officers are the thin blue line standing between the general citizenry and the small amount of actual criminals out there. They're standing that line and putting their life on that blue line to stand between us and the criminals. That was the original intent that I grew up knowing.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
But it's been distorted on both sides. Of some law enforcement don't even know what it means anymore, and citizens, the way they view it. A lot of citizens, I'm sure you've heard how some of us on this side see it as well, as it's like a gang symbol. There are a lot of people. I don't know if you watch a lot of videos on social media, and see. And I'm not saying that's my opinion. I'm just saying that is a opinion that I have definitely heard out there. But again, that was what I originally grew up knowing that it meant. And that original intention is a good one. That, you're a public servant who is part of that blue line, that thin blue line that is standing between citizens and criminals. Yeah. And it was a good intention. I wish it stayed that way. You know what I mean? It seems like it's gotten distorted all over the place, but thank you for telling me what you thought of it and taking the time to talk to me for a few minutes.
No worries.
What is the temperature out here right now?
Are you from around here or no?
I'm from North Dakota.
Okay, yeah. So
I was thinking it's got to be what, -3? I think it was floating around 0 all day.
The real feel is certainly in the negatives. So full disclosure, nice meeting you. I'm Cole.
I don't want to hold you up.
I gotta get some stuff done here, but if you need anything, just give us a holler. So all right, take it easy.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. All right, 2 Arms fam, it is freezing out here. The sergeant's not wrong. I agree with him. It is negative something, and I'm sure, as he said, the real feel or wind chill, whatever you want to call it, is probably well below 0. So we had a great conversation, though, and kind of got our answers to, COVID kind of caused that, partial shutdown. But he said if we were here during normal business hours, that they would allow us into the public lobby to look around and check it out and film all we want, or I'm trying not to say film as much. Let us record all we want, and it is open to the public, and they have no problem with that. I do appreciate that sergeant's time and taking a moment to talk to us, and the compliments I gave him. I like it that their vehicles are marked with supervisor clearly. I like it that the real Old Glory American flag is what's on their vehicles. That's a pretty awesome thing. I like it that they're joining us in that way and not having the blue line flag on their car. But anyways, I guess that'll wrap it up for the Minot Police Department here, folks. And as always, like, share, and subscribe, and stay safe out there, folks.
A few moments later.
Hey, Two Arms fan, thanks for sticking around to the end. Hope you enjoyed that interaction in the post office. I mean, absolute 100% right through it at the police department, though. Yes, good interaction with the sergeant, and even the officer who, as we were walking in, asked, hey, how can I help you with anything? Sorry. But didn't bother us, didn't try to ID us, didn't stop us, I just told him, hey, we're going to check the place out, and he's, okay, and that was it. So, I mean, it's a passing grade, and they did well. But I really want to know more about why, when we gave up our liberties to our freedom of public spaces, during COVID, why are we still holding on to that? Why are we still blocking the community out without buzzing them into the public space? I get it that you have to have control on the secured places or authorized only personnel type areas of a building. And the agency has tendency to control certain areas to have privacy because they're dealing with a lot of personal information with people in some of the worst moments of their life. I get that. But that is entirely a public area. Why are we still bullpenning people into a tiny little box out front instead of letting them in? But I digress. The sergeant seemed like a really good guy. I had a good conversation with him. I enjoyed talking to him. He did seem interested in having the conversation with us, much less respecting our rights. Because someone can respect our rights and not do anything wrong to us, but still be dismissive and walk away. And that's fine if that's what they want to do. That's honestly fine. But the sergeant actually took the time to talk to us, and I was impressed with the supervisor on the fender, the American flag on the vehicles instead of the blue line flag. I do like seeing that. And, that's all I got to say. I really look forward to seeing what you guys have to say in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Jump in that comments into the conversation and let us know what you think. And until the next time, folks, stay safe out there.